guys, what's going on? It's your host Chris and you are watching Fish for Thought, and today we are going to go right ahead into super budgeting for aquascaping. So as you can see behind me, I have this huge wood piece that I just found lying around on the ground around my house, and also this wood piece, a smaller wood piece but very interesting. And these are driftwood. So you would find these around beaches and stuff. Some rocks that I also found on the beach. Okay, so the big piece, I'm thinking of putting it in my 40 gallon. I'm trying to fit it in. And the smaller piece fits very snug in my 20 gallon that I have yet to set up. And I'm pretty excited to set that up now. So as you can tell, I'm calling this a budget aquascape, but there's actually no budget at all. This is all free, except for maybe gas price if you're driving a car, or transit, I don't know, walk maybe. Alright, so for rocks, I feel like it's a little bit easier and a little bit more immediate. So you need to find a rock that you know what it is. Now I know what this rock is. I don't really know what it's called, but I can find out on the internet if I search up how to identify rocks. So they'll tell you how to do that by looking at the sheen and the feel, and also if you drop vinegar or other kinds of liquids on it, what it does. Even though I don't know what it is, I can still put it in my tank because I have used a lot of these rocks from the same locations and they work. And what you need to do to prepare a rock, so I would use higher temperature water and I would scrub, and also put it in a bucket of water for a short length of time, maybe a few hours to a day. Some rocks that you should just really stay away from are bricks, industrial bricks, or the conglomerate rocks like cement. And if a rock is breaking apart, that's really not a rock, that's probably a ball of dirt, so you don't want to use something like that. Alright, now that we're done with rocks, we're gonna go with wood. Now wood is a little bit more tricky. You should only be using 2 kinds of wood in your aquascapes in putting your tanks, just to be safe. I know there's a few other woods that you can use, but for now, to keep it easy and simple, you would only use driftwood, which is very safe, and also manzanita wood, or I think it's also called spiderwood. That's also very safe for aquariums. Cleaning the wood is actually quite a long and tedious process if you want to be very safe with it. I would scrub this and I would pour boiling water over it over and over again, and after scrubbing the wood clean, very clean, and making sure there's no bits crumbling off anymore, then I would just settle it in to a bucket of water, and I would let it sit for a few days to a week, maybe even a couple of weeks, okay, depending on how big the wood piece is and depending on how frequent you would still have to change the water, how much tannins are coming out. However, if you feel like it is safe, that it is clean already and you have brushed it and put it through a lot of boiling water already, and if you don't mind a change of color, a tannin kind of orangey change of color in your tank, then you could potentially just put the wood in at that point. The tannins are not really harmful to fish, but they do lower your pH slightly. So wood pieces of this size in pet stores are going to run like close to $100 or easily over $100. So I do suggest looking for these in your community, in your forests that are close to your house, or even going to the beach and putting in some aquarium safe driftwood. You can even look for deals on Craigslist. There's people who are throwing away their driftwood and you can just buy it off of them. So if this video can potentially save you some money, and if you found it helpful, then please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe, and don't forget to get your hands wet.